Okay, very cute. I asked you to find QR. It's clearly a right angle triangle. Okay, but you all need to go and use sine rule, go and find other angle, then eventually find QR. But actually, it's just Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so don't work too hard when it's not necessary. So hypotenuse square minus one of the sides, and then if you take a square root, what do you get? Can I borrow a calculator? Anyone? 28.56571. Okay, the reason why I need to show this is because some of you round off your answer so much that you lose a lot on accuracy. So actually it's 28.5657. You can have at least 5 SF first before you round off to 3 SF. So 3 SF answer. So use this for other parts. Don't use the 28.6. Okay, next one. They tell you that PSR is 25 degree. This angle, the big one. So if you refer to the big triangle, Silas, you don't have the notes, huh? You finding, huh? Okay, if not later you take one from me. Okay, then this is 25 degree. Look at the big triangle. So this is H, adjacent, opposite. So if I want to find the full height, I will want to find O, and I have A. So the good thing for me to use is tangent. So tangent of the angle 25 degree is opposite over adjacent. So if you cross multiply, PR is 100, tangent 25 degree. Okay, but I don't want PR. I want the height of the flagpole only. This one, PQ. So therefore PQ, it's the whole PR minus my QR, which is 28.5657. Use the more accurate one. Always use the more accurate one. Yes. My what? My mic louder. Can. Yeah, why? Finally working, huh? After 3 million years. Okay, so use the more accurate answer. So I use 100 tan 25 minus my answer. You should get 18.065. So 3SF is 18.1, but some of you give me 18.0. So that's not accurate enough. So don't lose accuracy. Okay, the good thing is I think you can actually rely on your trigo. It's not too bad. So it could be one element to help you to get marks. Yes. This one not. You want the soft copy? Come. You want the hard copy? I got one extra. Okay. It's only when it goes 3D then you don't know what happened. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, second question. When you need to take photo. You sit there can learn, no? You want to sit behind Samia? August is your practical exam, very soon. No, opposite over adjacent. Tua is TOA. Tua Payoh. Tua Payoh. Yeah, Tua. It's called Tua what? Tua Payoh. You say Tau Payoh, meh? Tua Payoh?
Yeah.
Okay, you. Okay, it's OA. Okay, let's look at the next two questions. This one is the obtuse angle kind of question. So take note, look at the angle first. BDC is the acute, the small triangle. So HAO, so it's O over A, 5 over 12. Okay, so this one clear cut, acute angle. Justin, you listening or not? You smile at the PLD. Okay, BDE, it's the obtuse next door. So take note, obtuse is linked to the acute, and because it's sine, it is the same thing. No negative sign. So still O over H. So O over H is 5 over 13. So this one no change. Sine acute and sine obtuse is the same thing. Okay, last one, ABD. This one, again is obtuse. So remember, cosine obtuse is negative of the cosine acute next door. So CBD. So the acute here, this is H, this is adjacent, this is opposite. So A over H is 5 over 13. So negative 5 over 13. So just take note of this. Cosine tangent, both negative. Only sine is always the same. Okay, so this one we learned before. So all this formula, you all should start keeping it somewhere in your notebook. Every time we learn something, we recap something, put it in the notebook. So that when you forget, revisit the book. Okay, next one. Kieran, wake up, Kieran. Okay, sine, I translate this statement, sine of an angle, let it be theta, is 0.8192. So find the angle. So one of the angle is sine inverse 0.8192. So when you do that, sine inverse 0.8192, you get 55.0. Don't write 55 because it's not exact. You rounded off to 1 dp. So put the 0.0 there. Okay, but take note, just now we mentioned here, right? 180 minus theta and theta gives you the same answer. So actually there is another angle that will give me this same ratio. So you need to go and find the other one for me. Yes. 1 dp. Final answer 1 dp. 125.0. 1 dp. So two answers for sine. Be careful. There's always two answers for sine ratio. Okay? Next one is the one that you all get so confused. Bearing also. Okay, but these four questions are the most typical question you will see in O level. So they will test you obtuse angle ratio, definitely one. Then this kind of 3D shape may or may not have. 1 year they have, 1 year they don't. So may or may not have, depending on your luck. Okay, but the last question you see behind, the bearing one confirm have. So make sure bearing must know. Okay, So that's why we give you this to remind you of the essential things you need to know. Okay, let's look at the next one. Got the fan still hot?
This specific place is very hot.
Never mind lah, next time pilot also very hot one.
No,
Hot.
I can't.
Bring a fan here. Okay, this one. They say I have a triangular prism. Prism means for the entire shape, if I slice parallel to the top and the bottom, it will always give me the same triangle. Okay, so EG is perpendicular to BC, and then they give you all the respective length there. They say ADF. Where's ADF? ADF is an isosceles. BCE also isosceles. So based on whatever info they give you, they say, can you calculate the length of AG? So I want you to zoom into this right angle blue triangle. Some of you say, don't look like right angle what? But they tell you it's a rectangle. So it is a right angle. So this is a right angle triangle. So to find AG, some of you very careless. No, I should opposite. This is A, this is G, this is your B, right? This length, it's 10 divided by 2 is the midpoint. So you must divide this into 5. Some of you never change to 5, just use 10. Okay, this is 12. So to find this, just use Pythagoras theorem. So you should get 13 cm. Exact, so don't need 0.0 or anything. So this one is clear cut. Okay, next one, what I need is I want to find the angle Q. This angle here. So obviously you need to refer to the next right angle triangle, which is the red one that is standing above. Or rather the shaded one that they show you there. So this is a right angle triangle. I want to find this angle. I know this is 13. I just found that this is 13. They gave me this is 6. So you have two sides of a right angle triangle. If redrawing helps you, always do that. This is 6, this is 13. I want to find Q. So H, adjacent, opposite. So I have O, I have A. I will use your Tuakaso. So tangent of the angle Q, it's O over A. So to find the angle Q, you take tangent inverse, 6 out of 13. So this one is very, very direct. No trap, no tricks. So you should get 24.775. So 1 dp is 24.8 degree. Okay, part C I just write here. They want me to find the angle BEC. So I go to the diagram. BEC is the full big angle on top. But I want to just focus on one part first. So maybe I will just... Do I have any angle? I don't have, right? Okay, maybe we just focus on this triangle. Wait, cannot see. If I highlight in black, can see or not? Cannot. Red. Okay, maybe I highlight this red triangle. Remember, we said before, if you have an isosceles triangle, you drop a perpendicular line, it will always cut it into two exact halves. So the triangle you see at the side is an isosceles. So the line that you drop will be perpendicular and cut it into half. So what I know is this thing here is 6. This is 5. I want to find this angle. So again, what I do is, of course, this thing is 6. This is 5. I want to find this angle. Let me label this as C, E, and G. So hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite. I have A and O. So tangent of the angle CEG is O over A. So to find CEG, I take a tangent inverse 5 over 6. So I found half the angle already. My objective is to find full angle. But did they say it's 60? Where did they tell you it's 60 degree? They never give, then you cannot. Isosceles is not 60. Equilateral is all 60. So after you find that angle, actually you don't need to go and calculate. You can tell me that therefore angle BEC is this thing times 2. Then you calculate. Then you won't lose accuracy. You won't end up rounding off too much. So tangent inverse, then you times 2. You will get 79.6111. So 1 dp, 79.6. Oh, that means some of your answers are off. I think some of you wrote 78 point something, right? I calculated using your value. Okay, so now that you know 79.6, okay, now I just correct it if I have marked you 78 point something correct. The last one is AEC. Yeah, go wash your face. AEC is over here. Okay, take note AEC is a different angle. Some of you just assume that it's the same thing. So if I can draw it nicely out. Okay, let me use blue. You know, all the colors are used. Okay, AEC. Let me thicken the pencil. Okay, AEC is this angle that I want to find. But what you need is this triangle. And this triangle, I cannot tell whether it is right angle or not. Is it? Yeah, we cannot tell if it's right angle. But anyway, if we zoom into the AEC, right? Let's say it's like that. AEC. I would need to have EC. So EC, how to find? I can find EC easily from just now. This one, by using Pythagoras theorem first. So 5 square plus 6 square square root. Don't go and evaluate. 5 square plus 6 square is square root 61. So let's just keep it as square root 61. Don't go and write a string of numbers and tire yourself. So leave it as square root 61. Okay, what I need is also AE. This one. So AE, how to find? You look at this triangle to help you find AE. So this is a right angle triangle. So I can find AE by using Pythagoras theorem again. So I know this is 13. Just now I found already, right? Then this one is 6. So to find AE, I will use 6 square plus 13 square square root. So 6 square plus 13 square is 205. So I just keep it as square root 205. Okay, this one came from here. Okay, so I have 2 lengths. The third length I also have, if I'm not wrong. The third length, oh, I don't have. Okay, third length, you look at the blue triangle at the base. It's also a right angle triangle, correct? So the base, this one, I can find using, this is 10, this is 12. So I can find AC by using Pythagoras theorem one more time. So 10 square. Silesh, I can hear your sound, you know. So this part here is 244. So once you have all three sides, you can find any angle you want. So the question wants me to find this angle. So some of you struggle. What happened? So remember these two. Bring over. So become minus 205 minus 61. Okay, what do you do with this string of numbers? Remember, it is a multiplication here. So when you bring over, it becomes division. So this is the part that you always make mistakes with. So 244 minus 205 minus 61. This one I calculate. Then I divide this whole thing down. Can. Okay? Then finally, okay, I will show this one again, don't worry. Cosine inverse this whole thing. Okay, I will explain one more time. Yes.
I'm confused. What's my error here?
Your A, this one is not AEG. You see 13 and 16 square. 13 is this one. You are finding AE, right?
Yeah.
So after you found AE, 13 over this. AEG. HAO. So O over this. Your O is 13. Your H is, oh, you're finding A. A is correct. AEG. Okay, but even, okay, I gave you this, right? But even if you find AEG, you cannot add AEG to this angle because they are on two different planes. This is standing up, the other one is flattened. So actually, adding this angle and this angle doesn't equate to the full angle because they are on two different planes. You try to visualize, one is standing up, one is flattened.
Quick question. Okay, so this is this correct?
This one is correct, but this one will not
The
lead
step
to
is
your
wrong.
answer, yes.
I
But you
can
already
now
got
for
here.
this.
No, because you need to go and find the other plane. Yeah, but it's a good thinking, just wrong concept.
Don't know.
Cosine rule.
Yeah, then I think a bit.
Okay. Anyway, let me recap cosine rule. You have three lengths. You have three lengths, right? So if the angle you are trying to find is this angle C, then you will put the opposite length first. So it's C square, sum of the squares of the other two sides, minus 2 times the product of these two lengths, followed by cosine of the angle C. So this angle C that you want to find, you must always put its opposite length at the extreme left, the isolated one. Okay, then how you simplify is to shift these two over to be minus. So minus A square minus B square. So keep the C square there. And then don't bring over your minus 2BC together. They are separated terms. So what you need to do to isolate this part is to divide. So that is where you always make mistakes. So this whole chunk, you should divide the 2AB over. Yes. Because I square the square root disappear already. Yeah, so you see this one is my A ma. But when I square a square root, the square root disappear. So left 205 only. I should bring over the whole thing, right? By right, I should bring over this whole thing. But I simplify first. Because when I square the square root, no more square root already. Yes. I calculate wrongly. Because you are in radian mode.
Oh.
Please set up, change to degree. On top or minus? Huh? Oh, okay, then my bad. This one wrong, is it? Yeah, it cancels out. No, so at the bottom I never write already. I just show you. Sorry, this one I calculate wrongly. It's 84.4. Yeah. Okay. So actually, the tedious part is finding the length of these three sides. Okay, you need to find Pythagoras theorem 3 times to find the length of the 3 sides, and then eventually find the unknown angle. Because that triangle that you have is a different triangle. Okay, so this question, this is where is the tedious part. Not sure if they are the lucky batch that they choose this topic for your trigo. Hopefully not. But even if they test you, it will be okay. They must really do construction at the time. Is that from our school or is it from the building? No, that building that we destroyed. Why this one? He got through EAE. Why? Just what happened? Okay, last question. Why? He got EAE, huh? Then why you so happy?
This is happy.
Huh? You watching soccer? Fish fun? Wake up your idea.
When we saw it's 4-1 that's so embarrassing And they scored at the last minute, what the hell?
I already cannot believe that Brazil lost.
No, oh my god. The stupid
Okay.
angel doing don't know what
Okay, anyway,
No.
let's look at the last question. Okay, focus. Jamil, wake up. Silesh, wake up.
You down already.
That's why I say you don't sit so far away, you'll be so away. Very close already, O level is just at your doorstep. Cannot see already.
I'm also lucky.
You don't let it in, also no chance. Okay, anyway,
What's he gonna do this time?
I want to find PRS. This one. So we use sine rule. This one is the simplest one. Okay? So the one that you are finding, put it right on top. So sine of the angle PRS over its opposite side 7.2 is equal to sine of 78 degree over 9.5. So let's do a cross multiply. Multiply the 7.2 over okay, so how to find the angle PRS? You just take a sine inverse of this whole chunk. Okay, so do your calculation properly. Especially O level, calculate properly. You all don't make this kind of mistake. Sine inverse, you will get 47.845 degree. 1 dp. Okay? Ready? Okay, next question. I want to find the area of this triangle. So A, no problem, done already. B, I want to find this slice. PQR. So I have this angle, which I just found it to be 47.845. So in order to find this triangle, I need this angle. So I'm going to find PRQ first. So 180 minus 47.845. You will get 132.154. No, 155. So knowing this angle, you can use area of triangle formula already. So half A, B, then sine of the angle in between. So you get 22.537. So it's just 22.5. Some of you give me 22.6, slightly off. So look at this. Vishvan, I can hear you. 9.5, 6.4, 132.155. If I have two sides and the angle in between, to find the unknown length, what rule should I use? What is the rule I should use? Cosine. If you use sine can, but you end up having two steps, but cosine is one step. So remember, this is the length that you want. So PQ square is the sum of squares of the other two sides minus 2 times the product of these two lengths, and then followed by cosine of the angle in between, not sine. Some of you work so hard but write sine and everything is wrong. Okay? So this is the cosine rule. Actually, you can drop the square and just square root the whole thing. Cosine rule, they can be very, very lenient. They give 2 marks for this, final answer 1 mark. So 3 marks for using cosine rule. So don't lose cosine rule. It's very, very worthy of your effort. So you should get 14.5884. So 14.6. So a lot of you are not getting the correct accuracy. That's why you see a lot of ECF, but the rounding off is wrong. Sorry, this one part 3. This one part 2. This one part 1. Yes, I have do wrongly, is it?
I know I got the M1, I got the Mark 1 for this one, but should I get error carry forward? Because I
This
said
one I
that
gave.
I got error carry forward.
Yeah, 2. This one I gave. I just didn't give the answer. Is it very far off? Actually, it's not, right?
Yeah. I still did like everything correct, I just got the number wrong.
110. The 110 was from the front.
It was the...
Okay. So actually, I can give ECF or answer. This one, my area is from the front, right? 2, 2, 2. But your area, yeah. Yes. Yeah, so actually your understanding is correct, right? Okay. D. Can. Okay. So next one is part 4. This one I've mentioned a few times before. When we say shortest distance is always the perpendicular distance. So that means if I drop a perpendicular line from here, let's say this is the 90 degree, this is always the shortest distance. So I have just found the area of this slice to be 22.537. I know that PQ is 14.5884. And I want to find what is this perpendicular height. So I will use area of triangle to help me find shortest distance. So area of PQR is half times this base times the perpendicular height. Okay? So I already know this slice is 22.536 from part 2. All I need to do is to solve for the h. That's all. So h, I divide this whole chunk below. What? I'm Argentina.
Ronaldo lost. Can you just shut up? Just bet Ronaldo lost. Please.
Okay, a bit of accuracy here, 3SF.
This one is 3.08.
No, the more accurate one is 3.09 here though. Or maybe yours is even... Okay, I rounded off to 5. But if your 3.08 is even more accurate, then it's okay. Leave it. Okay, so this one is a common question they like to test. Whenever you see shortest distance or perpendicular distance, it is area of triangle. This is a popular question that O-level always like to ask. Okay, then the last one. Okay, imagine now you are standing here. Okay, and this is the point that they say along the path PQ, right? This person walk. Where is the point that he needs to tilt his head furthest up? It is at where the shortest distance is. So imagine the parade square, right? The flag there, right? You walk along the trees, right? The part that you need to tilt your head the highest is when you are perpendicular to the flag. That is where you need to turn your head the highest up. So same thing here. We have identified that the man must stand here. So that when he look up to the top of the flag, this is the greatest angle of elevation. So the greatest angle of elevation always happens at the shortest distance. So this one you all need to know. Okay, whatever it is, there will be a right angle triangle standing up there. So the one that I just draw is this one. Your RT is here. This one every year test one. So this is the angle I want to find. This is the shortest distance I have just found. Okay. Ayo. Every time I never leave my hand, then it becomes some weird words. Okay, again. Okay, I need to lift my hand up every time I write. If not, it will detect some words. Okay, this one is 3.08958. I want to find this angle. So this is a right angle triangle, confirm. So HAO. This is my O, this is my A. I will always use tangent. So in the event during exam, you really don't know what to do. There's a right angle triangle there. It must be tangent. It is always tangent for the last question. So HAO. So tangent of the angle, let's just call it theta. It's O over A. No, it just detected my drawing as a word. I don't know what happened. Now the new feature is if I write and I hold long enough, the whole thing will become an image or a word.
Please.
Wait. This one always waste my effort. 69.83, so 8 lah. Okay, 1 dp. So this is the greatest angle of elevation. So technically, I draw, then I hold long enough, it will become a shape. Okay? You see, now they don't want. Okay, never mind, forget it. Tangent equals. Okay, so if all these come out for your